Hello friends, welcome back to my gaming channel, New York. So let's continue on our gameplay walkthrough of Twin Mirror. So in the last video, we analyzed the crime scene where Nick died, and we realized that it was a setup. Nick did not die of an accident, he was murdered. And then there was a break-in at Anna's house. Then we tried to look what happened and found out that the someone was trying to download something from Nick's computer, and um, they were at that house while we were looking. So they hit us on the head and left with the file. So Anna told us like Nick used to come fishing often, even during the night, which she found strange basically. Because I mean, like Nick spent most of his time here speaking fishing. He started to do that recently. So we came to investigate this place to see if there are any clues, if there Nick maybe left some backup of his files here. So let's move around and see what we have here. We can go back. Joan's bike, extensively used but well maintained.
Joan rides this bike everywhere, which is impressive with how far away everything is out here. But what's it doing here?
So Joan is here. But what Joan's doing here? Campfire. Used to make Joan fast some more. She didn't finish it.
I remember teaching Bug how to roast marshmallows. Hers turned out great. Mine were always burnt.
Broken rod. Let's review a memory. Let's see what this memory is of. It's about Nick.
You know, fishing's a lot like life. Practice, patience, and perseverance hooks you the big one.
Dad, not everything is a life lesson.
Actually, I was talking to Muley here.
Oh, that's fine. He's got a lot to learn.
You know, I'm better at fishing and life than you are.
Whatever you say, Muley.
Aw, limbs are so cute.
You sure are, Bug. Can you hook me another one? Can't catch a fish without bait.
I don't want to hurt it.
Come on, it's just a worm.
Here, Bug, just hand them over and I'll bait it.
No, I'd be an accomplice then.
Don't worry about it. The point of fishing isn't to catch anything anyways.
Okay, that's the memory. I think Joan is here because since her bike is here. Okay, let's move inside. Did not allow
Bug?
to move around. Yeah.
Muley?
It's here.
How did you... Does my mom know?
Does your mom know what? What is this?
Mom doesn't know. Good. I've decided to leave town.
Bug, this is not a good idea.
I've got food for 5 days. I'll hitchhike and bike down to Virginia.
Do you have any idea how far that is?
About 80 miles to get down to my Aunt Lisa. My mom hates her. Don't try to stop me.
You can't leave like this. Not without telling anyone.
Oh, yeah? Why not? That's what you did.
She's serious about this. Careful, Sam. This is not a drill.
Yeah, I get that.
Maybe try to bring up her mother again.
You should tell your mom, is everything okay at home?
Is there something wrong with your mom?
No, I'm running away because things are so great. Plus, I know what she'll say. Calm down, think of the common good. She doesn't do anything, just sits around, takes her back pain pills, and stares at the TV like a lump.
Well, that was a miss. When it comes to this kid, your instinct is better than mine. The mother, though, we should have a talk with her later.
Look, I'm not a child anymore. I'm not asking for your permission. There's nothing for me here.
You should open up to your mom. Don't make the mistake I made. You can always count on me.
Leaving is gonna hurt the people you care about the most. The way I left was selfish. You're not selfish. The Joan I knew couldn't even hurt a worm, let alone her own mother.
It's not like I want to hurt her. She just works all the time and then she's too out of it. And never listens to me. I think I'm done depending on others. My dad I could rely on. But he's gone. There's nothing else for me around here.
I was wrong yesterday. She's not in denial. She's scared.
Something terrible happened to him, but no one listens to me. No one cares.
I mourn him too. Trust me. I am investigating.
I care. I believe you, and I'm investigating like you asked.
I know. People at the wake got upset at you over it.
Yeah. They did not like me bringing that up. But Nick was my friend. I want to know what happened to him. I care about that, but I also care about keeping you safe.
I know you're doing your best. It's just this town, you know? It just feels like it grinds you down. It's choking me, and I need fresh air. I need someplace I can think, not here.
Sounds like Basswood really failed this kid.
I mean, what am I supposed to do tomorrow? Or the day after? In 10 years?
Something with interests. You could be a journalist. We have talked about this.
You ever consider journalism? You have a mind for investigation.
Isn't it kinda dying?
Yeah, that's what makes it beautiful. Fighting to bring people truth in a world that doesn't care about it.
Kinda sounds like you really want to be a journalist. Look, I don't know if you're trying to make me stay, or make me into you, or my father. You're just telling me what I want to hear, or what you think I want to hear. I just want the truth, for once, from someone. I'm wasting my time here with you.
Bug.
Don't touch me! I'm sick of you, I'm sick of this town, and so I'm going, and you can't stop me.
Sam, we have to do something.
Yeah.
She just wants honesty. She doesn't care about bullshit. I can relate to that. I'll tell her what we found out about Nick's death. You can't do that. You're the adult. She's the child. Do you want her to start looking for the people who killed her father by herself? Do the responsible thing. Make her stay. It's for her own good.
Threatened to call Kathy, tell the truth about Nick. Oh my god, this is a tough decision. As much as I want to tell the truth about Nick, but he is right, like this can harm her. I'm sorry, kid. I can't tell you the truth about me.
I'll call your mother.
What? Don't!
I'll call her right now.
Don't!
You can't just run away.
Fine. I'll go home. Don't call her.
It's for your own good, Bug. It's too dangerous for you out there.
Whatever. You're just like everyone else.
Ooh, harsh. But fair. Sorry, Bug. Now that I've kept your daughter from skipping town, let's see if you've kept anything hidden out here, Nick.
I didn't want to do that, but damn. Like, this was a really tough decision to make. I wanted to tell her the truth, but she might leave town if I tell her the truth. Like, for a kid like that to leave town, I don't know. And this could lead her into danger also, right? I did my best to talk Joan out of running away. Now back to Nick. What story was he working on? Better to look around his fishing shack. Enter the fishing shack, search the shack. Nick's computer is the reason I read this. When I went to Nick's old fishing shack to investigate, I found Joan there, packing her stuff to run away from home. The only way to talk her down was threaten to call her mother. I may have lost Joan forever, but at least she's safe. I have done my duty as an adult. I have protected her, right? I guess so. I don't like the decision I have made, but it was a difficult choice. Pictures. Graduation picture.
Back when Nick and Kathy were college sweethearts. Clearly Bug was there too.
Graduation photo. Kathy and Nick met and fell in love during their last semester at college in Connecticut. It was one of those midweek parties Nick used to drag you along to. That time you went along to get drinks, and when you returned, you found Nick talking to a girl in the corner. You didn't even look at her, just handed Nick his beer, and then there was a second when you almost swept him away, back into the crowd, back into his life, away from a wedding and a baby and a job in Basswood. But Kathy has already grabbed his arm and smiled and talked at him. It was you who got swept away in the crowd. Still, in the second, there was everything Kathy would always hold against you. Do you think it was jealousy, or was it bitterness that you didn't save her either from her future life? It was love at first sight. She told everyone. She meant it. He did too. It wasn't anybody's fault that they were wrong. Nick with hunter friends.
We used to talk about how hunting was cruel. How much did you change, Nick?
Empty slot.
There used to be a calendar right here. Why'd he take it down?
Drawing.
Joan always liked bugs.
Hunting trophy, not something Nick would have done back then. Would have back then. Fishing rod.
This is where he kept the rods he'd loan out. So what's his favorite rod doing here? He always kept it separate.
Locker. Has everything Nick wanted to keep away from Joan.
Locked. Nick always kept a spare key. It'd be somewhere out of Bug's reach.
Joan stuff. Left her old toys.
Bug never was the social type. Just like me. With Nick gone, I guess we both lost our best friend.
Fishing bag.
He always kept his favorite rod in this special ready-to-go bag to protect it.
Can I look outside around if there is anything there? Fish ruler. Nick's record catch is marked.
Now, this record is fraudulent. Nick stretched his fish to beat mine.
Bench.
Whoever killed Nick, I probably know him. Grew up with him. Even if you don't know them, they know you. Nick, Dennis, gone. A stone-cold killer walks the streets of Basswood. Things like this can really make you feel isolated, make you realize that at the end of the day, you're in this alone.
Comic book.
Tell a 3-year-old kid about Tardigrade Man, and this is what happens.
The Adventures of Tardigrade Man. Tardigrade Man wasn't what Joan wanted. She wanted the comic Captain Corsair, the pirate princess who sails the deepest sea trenches. Except Nick was in a hurry when it was his turn to have Joan for the weekend, and he brought the wrong comic book. Comic Quell on Carter Road was out of Pirate Princess. Joan was barely old enough to read, so Nick hoped it wouldn't matter. It did. She cried the entire day. Finally, it was you who read her The Adventures of Tardigrade Man. Compared to the swashbuckling, witty princess, Tardigrade Man wasn't much to look at. He was old, bald, and had a scary purple face. Not an instant hit with Joan, but you knew you who saw the appeal of Tardigrade Man from the word go, an unconventional hero from outer space who what's not to like. Think about it, you told Joan. Ice, fire, pressure, even poisonous radiations couldn't hurt him. When the dinosaurs perished, Tardigrade triumphed. Suddenly she wasn't crying anymore but listening. Tardigrade Man was half tardigrade, half human, half alien, and he had a plethora of survival skills. Plethora means many. Joan liked the word. I have a plethora of friends now, she said. Who are they, you asked? Someone at school? No, you, Muley, and Tardigrade Man. Among things tardigrades can do is go dormant for 30 years and wake up and pick up right where they left off. Wouldn't it be great if friendships could do that to them? It's just around the same place, and this place is broken. Check this.
This is where he kept the rods he'd loan out. So what's his favorite rod doing here? He always kept it separate.
Locker.
Locked. Nick always kept a spare key. It'd be somewhere out of Bug's reach.
Possible hiding spots. Tableware. Cleaned in the last few weeks. Nick came here recently. Possible hiding spot.
No keys. It's also not the best place if you wanted him to stay hidden. No keys. It's also not the best place if you wanted him to stay hidden. Nothing here. Probably too high and hard to get at anyway. don't see the keys. It was probably too obvious a spot.
Okay, there's the key.
What a fishy hiding spot, Nick. Always did love your cliches.
Weapons.
Like many people, Nick kept a few guns, but never at home and always locked up.
Not.
Looks like some kind of reminder Nick left for himself. A reminder of what?
Reminder caterpillar. And there are 4 colors, kind of. Calendar.
It has to be the same D he was talking to in his emails.
He wants to talk. He wants to meet. Drugs.
A prescription for opioids with Kathy's name on it? These are pretty heavy-duty painkillers. Very addictive. Joan wasn't just acting up. Kathy has a problem.
Okay. College flyer.
Nick was trying to find ways to get Joan in college. It's gotten so expensive.
Journal article.
An article by Anna about a place called the Cove. Seems it's kind of a commune for outcasts just outside of Basswood.
One small community looks out for those that fall through the cracks by Anna Miller. I am interviewing Tyler, a man of few words in his mid-20s and heavily tattooed about the place he lives and why he is here. It's cold enough that I regret not bringing a second jacket. His hands, however, are not shaking because of the cold. It's his 7th relapse. On his 2nd relapse, he lost his girlfriend. On 4th, his family. The one after that, he attempted to rob his parents' home, but was instead beaten nearly to death by his father. It's not like I wanted to hurt them, I just needed the money, and I felt so bad that I thought I was dying. My parents' place was the only place I knew for sure there was some crap I could sell. Dad caught me. I tried to talk to him, but he hooked my ass. Beat me with a lamp. I don't blame him. I didn't fight back. I was too ashamed. I needed a whooping. I still need a whooping. Lynette Braham, 52, with graying hair, looks on with compassionate eyes. Lynette is the one that owns the land and sets the rules. She is judge, jury, executioner when it comes to deciding who stays and who goes. The place is called the Cove. When the local mine closed, a lot of people found themselves out of work, and some of them had no place to go. Drugs and crimes made them fall into patterns. Desperate people often fall into and Lynette found some of them camping out of her property. She let them stay as long as they follow 2 rules: no stealing and no fighting. Though she would had to kick a lot of people out over the years, it's not always permanent. In fact, she just let one of them back in. He does not want to be named, but has a lot in common with Tyler. A bad relationship with his family, a mother with her own drug abuse issues, and a history of violent offenses. This young man explained to me why he came back. I can't make it out there. Everyone's hassling me, and I am just trying not to hassle myself. He has trouble staying still and looks ready to kneel over at any moment. Yet he's also got a depth to him that's striking. Was sober for half an hour once. Can't remember the first time I drank. Broke into Ma's liquor cabinet when I was 5. Some people see this place and imagine the same old story of hillbillies in the mountain. Yet this isn't what this place is. This is a community. They are all drifters, lost in the flow of life with nowhere else to go and a desire to be better. Lynette shakes her head and finishes up. She will let me stay, she says. I'll ask him how he I ask him how he knows. She have come over and told me to get out right then. He answers, it's true, Lynette lets him stay as long as he promises to try again. She has a lot of patience. You'll have to. She tells me after the young man goes to lie down, everyone has their own way of dealing with pain. The path to mistake comes in a lot of forms. Some of them are pretty invisible until you look at it. We all stumble sometimes. Most people take a few tries to get back after getting knocked down. If someone isn't there to help them, then they'll just fall back over. The Cove gives me hope. Okay? There are few places marked over.
All right. I think I went through everything here.
I went through everything then, but I didn't find anything that is, I don't know. Found clues.
An article by Anna about a place called the Cove. Seems it's kind of a commune for outcasts just outside of Basswood.
And I read that.
If Dee met Nick on the day he died, he could be the last person who saw him alive.
Dee wants to meet.
If Nick kept this, it means it's important. I just have to figure out why.
Remember Caterpillar.
If Dee met Nick on the day he died, he could be the last person who saw him alive.
Now what do I do? Is there any mention of Caterpillar here? What do I do with it?
Nick, what were you hiding in this bag that's so important you had it locked up? I just gotta figure out the connection between Nick's note and this lock. Wrong combination. Knowing Nick, maybe he left a hint lying around the shack.
Okay, there is a combination first.
Bug never was the social type. Just like me. With Nick gone, I guess we both lost our best friend.
There's a Caterpillar.
Nick's note mentioned a caterpillar. I think I just found it.
Oh, this is the combination. red, green, white, red, yellow. This is the combination. Red, green, white, red, yellow. Means left, down, right, down, left, right, up. Right, down, left, right, up. Right, down, left, right, up.
Let's see what we
Yeah.
have here.
Okay. Cash.
That's a lot of cash. More than Nick could make in a decade.
Files.
Nick was gathering at the Cove, and that's how he found his informant, Dee. It's the person he met the night he died. I just need to figure out who it is.
Drug sample from D.
Opioids. From Dee? Nick, were you looking into drug trafficking?
Okay. Files. Richard what is this? Stinpel. 1/23 Richard, early 30s. Twitchy even when sober. High, strung, and obviously disliked by the Cove. Asked not to be named in another article because of his father who runs a shipping company. Smarter than he looks or as dumb as he acts. Still hard to say. Both. One of 27 still using? Yes. Who is the dealer? Tyler, Lynette, JR, Kayla, Dicky. Richard is Dicky. It's a nickname. Dicky sold drugs to Tyler. Find out who his suppliers are. Is Dicky for D? Richard is Dicky. Okay. One of 23, Tyler Gilliam, mid-20s. Sees himself as Cove's protector, very defensive of Lynette. One of 27, Tyler interviews with Anna was heartbreaking. He was bad off. So bad, in fact, that I was legitimately surprised to find you alive in the next time I visited the Cove. He certainly wouldn't have been the first member of the group to be claimed by an OD in the middle of the night. Very aggressive, been in and out of jail for most of his life. Usually for assault, don't antagonize. Clean thinks the interview. Where did he get his drugs? Dicky. Keep asking about Anna into cooking. Justin Reynolds. One of 23, JR, interviewed by Anna but didn't make into the article, late 30s, not personable, ex-minor, 127. JR has been living on the road, working wherever he can as a handyman, and when he came to Basswood, a minor. After the mine closed, he was arrested for drug possession, staying at the Cove. Now that he's out, didn't have anywhere else to go. Keeps to himself, trying to get clean, but it's an ongoing process from Midwest Michigan. Took up smoking, tried to replace other habits with less bad ones, hasn't worked. JR, Justin Reynolds, collects hubcaps, has a Winchester in his truck, used to living in the trunk, rolls his own cigarettes, taught me how, still uses occasionally, loves camo. I have to choose one. This guy is Dicky. Dicky is mentioned here, but he is not Dicky. He gets his drug from Dicky, and this guy is actually Dicky. He may
Richard,
be
aka Dicky. aka D. Looks like I found who I was looking for. So that's what it was. Nick suspected a drug ring flourished here in Basswood after the mine closed. He had an informant, Dickie. Probably a low-level drug dealer, and he also had a lot of cash on hand. More than a reporter should. Dickie set up a meeting with Nick, and now Nick's dead. Dickie may be the only person who knows what really happened. I need to find him. He lives at this place, the Cove. Or he did. Anna wrote that article on it. She has to know where it is.
Best finally left. Did you find anything at a fish shop? Yes. Do you know what the Cove is? It's a little community on the outskirts of town, not big on outsiders. Let's take her with us. Let's go.
Bess barely asked about the break-in. She seemed more focused on your fight with Dennis.
I'm on top of the suspect list. Or at least I would be if I was her.
Bess said I should call her if I found you. She believes you're dangerous. You were right back at the Basswood jungle. I think we're on our own.
They'll try to arrest me now. We have to find Dickie. I can't let Joan down.
I'm sure Dickie's still there. He had no other place to go.
What are you two doing? The longer you run from the police, the worse it'll be when they catch up with you. Explain everything. Show them all you found. That's what a sane person does.
So, how should we handle finding Dickie?
Do whatever it takes. Play it by ear.
You and I are gonna figure something out together. Don't worry. Or worry a little. Just not a ton.
Oh, trust me. I'm worried a ton. Just not a shit ton. We just need to be careful and look out for each other.
This town has like 17 people in it. You've met the killer. I'm not saying you have to run and hide. Just be careful about the lion's den. You have options here. Real life isn't as...
That's enough!
What's enough?
Enough of a plan. I think we have enough of a plan.
Do we? I just get so angry that someone did this. Killed my friends, invaded my home. It's the worst feeling. Like part of my soul has been stolen. We need to find out who did this. I need to take back from them what they took. I need to find some small piece of feeling safe again, if that even makes any sense.
It's the knowing they might get away with it. The lie they made up being seen as true that just burns a hole right through me.
Yeah, you're right, I think. Then I think something else 10 seconds later.
Because you've got this. Easy. Look at you. So together. You got so drunk, you've forgotten anything that could have been remotely useful. Your friends are turning up dead. You're getting brained.
That's not fair. Shut up!
Sam!
Sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
Don't take all of this out on me.
So you're just gonna keep telling me off. Disregard my advice. Well, if you think you know better, Sam, no reason for me to linger. Enjoy your little investigation without me, Sam. Don't get us killed, okay?
Here. This is the Cove.
Huh?
Get your head on straight. The Cove. We're here.
Right.
Sam, you sure you want to keep going?
Not really, but I have.
Not really, but it's not like I have much of a choice.
Sam, if you need to take a moment.
No, let's do this.
Who the hell are you? Anna, what are you doing here?
Tyler, you look healthy.
You ain't the only one surprised I'm still alive. Who's the narc?
Looking for someone. I'm Sam. Let's introduce
I'm
you.
Sam.
Was I talking to you?
This is Sam. He's a friend.
Yeah, lucky for him or I'd have thrown his ass out already. So what are you two here for?
Let Anna do the talking.
It's a long story.
We'd like to have a word with Dickie. Have you seen him?
What'd he do now? Look, just talk to Lynette. She makes the calls on her land.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah, I know.
Is he always like this?
He's pretty much the gatekeeper around here. Interviewed him last time I came by. I'm gonna talk to Lynette. She's kind of in charge.
I'll go see what I can find.
Okay, but be careful. People only end up here if they have nothing left to lose.
Okay. Welcome to the Cove, a commune of misfits, addicts, and small-time crooks. This is where Dick is supposed to be. The drug dealer who was Nick's informant. He might be the only person who can give us some information about the murders of Nick and Dale. Inquire about Dickie. I decided not to listen to the voice of my doubts anymore. I need to focus, concentrate, I need to be me. Aggressive Tyler Gilliam. Aggressive, protects his staff and people, has some goodwill for Anna, but none for me. Not to listen to the voice, I don't know if that was a good idea.
Looks like it was finished recently. Why a bear?
Anything else? Unknown woman. I can't talk.
She looks like she's used to fending for herself. Ow!
Watch it! The place is full of wood shavings.
Why do you have an open flame?
I don't remember asking for your opinion.
Fair enough.
I'm Kayla. What do you want?
You enjoy whittling?
You seem to enjoy wood sculptures.
You'd have to be an idiot not to. And creating something out of nothing and then turning it into something else? That's as close to real magic as we can get. So, you gonna tell me what you're here for?
I'm looking for a guy named Dickie.
Don't know where he is and don't care. He might be off with his stupid quad bike thing for all I know.
Quad bike thing?
Loud, goes off-road, has 4 wheels, makes you look like an asshole. Occasionally leaks gasoline and would have burned down the whole camp. Tyler didn't save his sorry ass with his fire extinguisher.
Well, I'll see you around.
I don't feel like you have to.
Dickie must have one of those off-road quads. It could still be here right now. I need more info to figure out where Dickie is. She looks like she's used to fending for herself.
What do you want now?
Are you Ethan's sister? Okay.
You're Ethan's sister, right?
Was his sister.
How do you stop being someone's sister?
He tried to make every decision in my life. Same as the rest of my old family. though Ethan was by far the most suffocating. I didn't like who I was when I was around him. I didn't like either of us.
So you two don't ever talk to each other anymore?
Not really. Well, the last time we did, I ended up coming here. Maybe his sister was harsh. You can tell him we've talked, if you gotta.
It's probably time I leave you alone.
Hey, you're probably right.
Okay, she's Ethan's sister, the one who works at the bar. Crafting bench used to work woods, looks professional. Crafting tools, rough but functional. Anna is talking there, meanwhile we can look around. Possible hideout.
Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
Bucket of sand.
Makeshift ashtray. Probably keeps down on fire risks.
Use sand to put out cigarettes. Effective. Unknown man.
Now that's a man that wants to be left alone.
What's up? You a friend of Kayla's or something? Name's JR. Wait. You're that fucking reporter.
Oh, the miner.
I was.
Fucking up everyone's lives. That's a real talent.
Former miner.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I need to ask you something.
Just here to ask a couple of questions.
Do I look like a fucking tour guide? You keep bothering me, and I'm gonna stop being nice.
Sports equipment cannibalized from spare parts. Mining helmet kept after the mine closed down. Magazine mostly about firearms and erotica. Letter.
Guess that explains how he ended up here.
August 17, 2015, 357 Concord Street, Somerville, WV 26651. Dear Mr. Reynolds, I regret to inform you that West Virginia Coal Inc. filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy 3 days ago, following a series of expensive lawsuits and fines that have been brought about an untenable financial situation. Consequently, your current position will be laid off and all company's operations will cease by the end of the week. All back pay and paid sick leave will be properly paid out. Insurance claims will continue actively through until the end of the month, but it will cease. Regards, Mortar Hendricks, HR Director, New Virginia Calling. Hunting knife better not cross its owner. Cove flag made by the people here.
They seem pretty proud of this place. Not what I was expecting.
Barbecue grill doesn't need electricity, simple and practical. Lynette's mobile home looks ancient, probably lived in most of her life.
need to find out where Dickie's hiding. He's here somewhere.
Possible hideout. Picnic table, probably meant for a minor.
Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
Second-hand couch, big enough for a small group.
Tyler set himself up nicely.
Tyler,
A guy who wants everyone to know he's ready for a fight. Tyler, right?
Jackass, right?
Some people call me that, yeah.
Huh. I'll bet.
why did you end up here?
How do you end up in a place like this?
None of your goddamn business.
So he's not very talkative. Tell me how you know Anna.
How did you and Anna meet? You're not the type she normally hangs out with.
Maybe you're not the type she normally hangs out with. You ever consider that?
Trust me, I have. Just tell me where Dickie is and I'll leave.
Either that or you'll leave when I break your face. Look, Anna's a friend. She spent some time down here with us to do that interview thing. Told my story, did good by me. By us. And that guy that came after her, Nick, he's solid. Came down here 3 or 4 times. Taught me a great recipe for bass. But you're just some asshole. Dickie's one of ours. Don't think you're getting anywhere near his trailer. So beat it before I break your knees.
Samuel, this is Grace. I am trying to reach you regarding Dennis Gardner. Witnesses, you had a fast fight last night and you were looking for him all morning. We need to ask a few questions. Come down to the station as soon as you can. Yeah, the cops are calling us.
The clock's ticking. Cops will start looking for me soon. So Dickie is in one of the trailers. That narrows down my search. I'm getting there. Just need a bit more info to close in on Dickie. Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
There is the quad bike.
Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
Okay, it looks like that one. Heavy bag improves hand-eye coordination, generally used by boxers.
I told you to buzz off, Peckerwood.
He is not in these trailers at least. There's a trailer over there too.
Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
But there is no quad bikes there. I don't see any quad bike, but for this trailer, there is a trailer and a quad bike. I think this one is it.
I need to find out where Dickie's hiding. He's here somewhere.
Okay, so I need more information on Dickie.
Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
I feel like I have searched everything.
A guy who wants everyone to know he's ready for a fight.
Ain't no one gonna throw Dickie to the wolves.
Cabin, organized family, shared food and facilities. Anna.
She fits right in. Anna always fits right in.
Unknown woman.
She definitely has the air of someone who's in charge.
And it was going well. It's just, I don't know, hard.
It doesn't get easier.
Oh, this is Sam. He's a friend.
We used to date.
Was there information
That much is
necessary?
painfully obvious.
Is it?
Yeah, it kind of is.
I'm Lynette. What are you here for, Sam?
I read the article Anna wrote about you and this place.
Wait, you read it? When?
Nick's fishing shack.
Oh,
You never have any trouble with anyone. No one takes advantage.
As long as they can follow a few simple rules. Even if Dickie lives on the fringe of our community, he is one of us. All he wants is to be left alone. I would think you, of all people, would understand.
What led you to create this community?
I found there were souls in need of help after the mine closed. The world is a cruel place. We all need a touch of kindness in our lives.
you're definitely that, Lynette.
Thank you, my dear. But don't sell yourself short. Your article brought Kayla here, and even some generous donations have come in. Did you get your answer, Sam?
Generous donation?
What kind of donations?
Food and clothes, mostly. But jobs are hard to come by these days. We must rely on the kindness of others, even if their kindness comes and goes in waves.
Why did Nick come here?
Tyler said Nick came here before. What did he want?
He took an interest in my people. He wanted to know their stories.
Such as?
Sam,
Well, the long, sad stories most people do not want to hear. We all stumble during our lives. Knowing how we fall and how some make it out can provide guidance for the future, don't you think?
Did Nick ask about opioids? Should I ask this?
What about opioids? Did he say anything about that?
There are no drugs here, Samuel. To stay, you must remain clean.
I'll go now. Thanks for indulging me.
Naturally.
So Dickie lives here, but his place should be isolated from the others. I know enough to make an educated guess. Dickie's gotta be in one of these places.
Yeah, and I believe it's this one.
Quad. Isolated. Someone lives here. That's where Dickie's hiding. Time to pay him a visit.
I only know you by reputation, and what I know I don't like. You don't get to just gallivant around here however you damn well please. So back the hell off, or I will fuck you up.
Hey, I don't want any trouble, just... sorry.
I should kick your ass out of principle.
Hey, man, this guy ain't worth it. Just forget him. But if he doesn't get the message soon, I'll help you work him over.
Got it. Got it. I'm gonna get past these two if I want to reach Dickie. I need to get them to look away from his trailer. Around Kayla's tent is the most efficient spot for a distraction. It's at the opposite end of the camp. They'd have their backs turned to me. But I still need a place to hide. They'd suspect me right away. Cabin stands right in the middle of the camp, far enough from everyone for them to not notice me. Close enough to reach Dickie before they come back. It'd be my best shot. I have a plan. All that remains is to figure out the details.
Okay, so let me stop here and I will continue from here in the next video. So that's it for this video. I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.